What's up, everybody? It's Shug from the Zen Room. I'm flying solo today with another episode. So I got some trending stories this week. Let's have some Zen talk, y'all. Y'all sit down and talk with me for a minute. I was looking on Instagram and I saw Angela Simmons out there with that Cheetos outfit. I'm trying to tell y'all, that shit was a little hot. I ain't gonna front. Sexy as fuck. However, me personally, I would not have put that on my page for everybody to see. That would have been something for like my nigga or my significant other, my husband, my boo, whatever, to see. But I think what a lot of people fail to realize is she is a public figure, so I wouldn't necessarily cast her as being a thirst trap for putting that picture up, because we have to realize that they are public figures. They're getting paid for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So putting it out there isn't a bad idea for her because of who she is and what she's doing. Now, if you just a regular person and you throwing that out there, then that's going to be a different story where you might be categorized as thirst trapping. You know what I'm saying? Or it should have been something that's left alone. Because I don't think everything should be publicized, especially when it comes to like putting nudity out in public for the world to see, unless you're getting paid for it. And if you're getting paid for it, that's your preference. That's what you're doing. That's how you get yourselves going, or whatever the case may be. But just to put it out there, especially if you're in a relationship with somebody, I kind of don't agree with that. Like, that's the line of disrespect for me. I don't know about anybody else. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. All right, guys. R. Kelly was sentenced to 20 years again. So what, they took off, 10 years from the first sentence that he got? I'm never going to agree with what he did, because obviously we know that was wrong and he definitely needs to have some type of ramifications for that. However, I feel like y'all keep adding on these sentences to his original sentence. He got, another 20 years, I think I saw in there. What about everybody else that was involved? Because it was not just him. So I'm trying to figure out why nobody else is involved in this case. I just feel like it should have been more than one person, all the way down to the parents, if you ask me. Like, the parents should have some type of penalty, charged with something. I'm not sure exactly what, but I feel like now it's just all laid out on R. Kelly. It needs to be other ramifications. There were security guards there. There are other producers that was there. All these people that was around when he was getting these kids, or whatever it was, these women, whatever it was that he was doing, or should I say allegedly doing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want to put something out there that I'm not really 100% sure of. So I'm going to say allegedly doing. But there were a whole bunch of other people that was involved in this. He wasn't just doing this secretly with nobody else knowing, and nobody else knew what the fuck was going on. So why is he the only one, is my question, being charged? Y'all already gave him, what was it, like 30 years, I think it was? So on top of the 30 years, y'all giving him another 20 years, but nobody else is getting charged or having any type of penalty for being involved, having involvement, because he didn't single-handed these people out. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't they saying something about like, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't somebody like helping him like pick people out, or escorting or luring these girls to him? So why aren't they the ones being prosecuted as well, or being charged, I should say, or something? I don't know. The whole shit is crazy to me. I just feel like he got his sentence. He did what he did. And not to mention, y'all wait how many years later to bring all these charges upon him. Again, I'm going to stress, I'm not saying that he do not deserve punishment for what he done, because he was dead ass wrong for doing what he did. I just feel like other people that was involved should have some type of consequences as well. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about R. Kelly getting another charge on top of the first 30 years that he got now. So did y'all see Cardi B with the new face tattoo? I don't know about that. I fucks with Cardi B. I love Cardi B. I think she's so beautiful. But the face tat, my kids ain't worthy enough for me to put a face tat of their name on my face. I'm just saying. I'm just joking. But I love my kids. However, I don't see myself getting a face tattoo, period, at all. It don't look ugly on her, though. I feel like she definitely gonna rock it. But I'm just like, what you gonna do? You got more than one child. You only put one child on your face? Like, so what, you gonna match it up on the other side? What we doing here, Cardi? Y'all let me know. But oh wait, time out. Before I get off of Cardi, DJ South, like, why are you bringing this up about Cardi never giving you an apology? How many years has it been now? What, 10 years or something like that, I think? Or somewhere around here that she been out, close to, if not there. Like, why do you, everybody knows, Self, that you started out with Cardi on, what was it, Real Love and Hip Hop or something like that. We know that. So why do you have to bring that up? Because now you're looking like you're clout chasing or something, or you want some type of recognition. Like, come on, be easy. We all know that Cardi B started out with you on Love and Hip Hop or whatever the case may be. So there was no point in you bringing that up. I'm trying to figure out, like, where's the connection? Like, what do you want from her? And if you felt that way, reach out to her and let her know. You know you fumbled that ball with her. You know you fumbled that ball. So do y'all think Cardi B should be thanking him for putting her on or introducing her to the world or however he feels that he did? I mean, me personally, I mean, that's a fine line. I'm kind of a little stumbled on that. I feel like she may have said some things to him way back in the beginning. I'm quite sure before she became Cardi B, I'm sure she probably thanked him, on the lines of when she first started loving hip hop or whatever the case may be. So, are you asking for more out of her, thankfulness out of her? Like, I'm not really understanding too much of where he coming from with that. Because I'm pretty sure when she first got put on, she probably was like, so thank you, my nigga, for, putting me on here or whatever the case may be. So how much more do you possibly want her to give? Because at the end of the day, you fumbled the music career, that ball with her. You fumbled that. You did that. And she took the ball and started dribbling, and she took her shot and she made it. And now that she's up there, you want her to thank you? Because if she didn't get as big as she is now, would you be on here saying that Cardi B owes you a thank you? Like, y'all tell me what y'all think about that. How y'all feel about that? Breezy, what in the world is going on? So Chris Brown threw the girl that he gave a lap dance to phone, not just boom, I'm gonna throw it here. He touched it as if he was trying to pass the football to somebody out in the line to make a touchdown. What is good? Y'all know Chris Brown ain't got it all. Like, you started out giving the girl a whole lap dance, right? She's enjoying it. She's in her moment. You finished the backup dancers come in and finish doing her thing. She's in her moment. So she pulls the phone out. She want to capture this moment. I mean, you're Chris Brown, nigga. Come on. Like, come on. Let's be real. Because had it been me, I probably would have wanted to grab my phone out as well and record that moment so I can have that to look back on. I don't know. I don't understand what the whole thing was, why he got offended with her pulling the phone out, because you already did what you did in front of hundreds of thousands of people, because it was recorded and you were in the middle of a concert. Why she couldn't record you? Like, I'm not understanding. And why did you take that girl phone and throw it all the way across the crowd like that? Come on, Breezy. Come on. But I don't know. Me personally, I would have wanted to capture that moment, and I probably would have thrown my phone out. I mean, pulled my phone out and recorded it. But I just don't understand well, I got to dig into that a little bit more, because I'm trying to figure out why he even did that. And was he mad when he did it? I can't even remember completely. Was he mad or upset? And if so, why? Like, you tossed that shit. Like, you was trying to give your partner on the team the ball to make a touchdown. Like, I'm so confused. But I also feel like sometimes as a public figure or a superstar or whatever the case may be, people do cross the line when it comes to these stars, and they feel, because what is it? What's his name? Travis Scott is he's wanted, I guess, for the police or something like that, because he punched somebody in the face. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like a sound person or something like that, a DJ or something. He punched him in the face. Now the guy complained that he can't turn his neck and off of the punch, and he's probably going to be suing him or whatever the case may be. But what what was the guy doing? He was like, was he recording him too or something like that? I feel like there is a thin line sometimes, because at the end of the day, if you were a if it was a random person on the street that you don't know, we don't just take our phones out and knowingly record a random person and be all up in their space and whatever the case may be. So we kind of have to look at these people like they're regular people, because they are. Like, you do have to learn how to give them their space. I feel, this is just my opinion, sometimes, because sometimes they don't want to be bothered. And then you got always somebody constantly in your face, and people really do be violating sometimes, trying to get video footage, trying to take pictures, or whatever the case may be. Does it make it okay for him to go and punch the person? No. But again, we allegedly punched, I should say. But again, we do not know what the other side of the story is until Travis speak out about that. But I just feel like sometimes we do go a little bit above. And I know that was a little off topic with the Chris Brown, but I just was trying to correlate the two, as far as, always being ambushed by fans and stuff like that. So maybe they just get into their breaking point now. And I do feel like we have a little bit more access to them. So we shouldn't be as starstruck as it once was. Because back in the day, we used to really be starstruck over these people because we didn't have access to them the way we do now. There wasn't social media. There wasn't like Snapchat and Instagram and all of that. It was just more or less either looking at them on MTV or BET or in the magazines. And then when you finally see them out in public, it was like, oh, this is a real person? Like, oh my God, I'm starstruck. Michael Jackson had people fainting and stuff. But I don't know. We just need to learn how to get these people a little bit more space than what we are. And I feel like they're just coming to their breaking point. But Chris, stop throwing people phone. Period. Please. She love you. That's all that was. So y'all tell me how y'all feel about Chris Brown tossing that lady phone across the football field. All right, y'all. So that was the Zen Talk for this week. If y'all have any comments or any opinions or anything y'all want to ask, questions or whatever, make sure y'all hit me in the comments. No Shinku is the hand sanitizer. Okay? I like these for a few reasons. I like No Shinku because of the size, for one. Because I literally, if I'm carrying a small bag, I can literally throw this in my bag and it's not taking up no space. Normally, the hand sanitizers are bulky, thick, and you don't even want them in your bag because it's just taking up too much space. So that's one of the reasons why I like this. You could put it in your back pocket. It's slim fitting, almost like a freaking credit card, pretty much. Also, it moisturizes your hands, because I know me, I'm using a lot of hand sanitizer, and that alcohol in there dries your hands out and it crack your hands, and my hands is always on camera, so I definitely cannot afford for my hands to be ashy, skin cracking, or whatever the case may be. So this definitely has a moisturizer in it, and it definitely, you can feel it literally when you spray this on your hands. So I do like that for this reason. And then the smell is just good. It's not always like a fruity smell. Like this flavor right here is eucalyptus. They have the lemon. They have spice. I'm not really too fond of the spice, I'm not gonna lie. It's your preference on the smell of what you like. However, so it is infused with jojoba oil, argan oil, and eucalyptus. So it's hydrating, and that's one of my another main reason, I'm sorry y'all, that I love this. So make sure y'all get y'all one. The Zen Room 20 is the code. I will have it up there for y'all to see. Get y'all one of these. Another great feature about the No Shinku, refillable. So you can also get the refillable packs and just pour it right in there, refill, put it back together, boom. No Shinku. Get y'all one of these. No Shinku is the name. All right, so y'all, this is for the culture. For the culture. So, Michael B. Jordan on red carpet with the premiere Creed 3, and L'Oreal was the one who was like giving him a short interview. And during the interview, as she's speaking to him, she stated, "Oh, we go back, since middle school. Like, hey, what's up? Okay. And now I'm seeing you now." And he hit her with the corn, like the corn from back in middle school. That was a moment. Like, why? Why couldn't it be like, yeah, we do go back, yeah, whatever the case may be. That's true. And even if he did bring it up, yeah, remember I was corny. Like, look at me now. Whatever. Okay, that's cool. But then when she said it wasn't her that said it, I think that part when he said, "Oh, it was you. I heard you say it." That moment right there took you from the lines of being a cool corn and okay to being corny. That was the moment when you reiterated after she already told you it was not her. Because now you just brought yourself down to her level. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you just came from this platform and brought yourself down because you reiterated and she's telling you, no, that wasn't me. So now there's a headline on you because now it's like she's this person of the stature who used, I guess, called you corny or thought you was corny, or if you felt like she said you was corny, now you're proving her point because you came back down to her level and reiterated something that she denied in your face. That was enough right there. You should have kept it as that, period. Because I just want to say I was on his side for a split moment of not being corny. Okay? Not being corny. However, what he did to L'Oreal, that shit was corny as fuck. Why are you even bringing that up? Like, I felt like that was his moment. Like, he was waiting for that moment. Like, yeah, because they used to go. So he giving me that vibe of he was the nigga getting picked on back in the day. Now he's somebody. So now he like, yeah, remember me? The corny one, right? Yeah, I remember that. Like, look at the look on his face that he gave to her when she said it. And she like, nah, that wasn't me. That was so-and-so. No, that was you. I remember hearing you say it. Like, okay, and you was corny. I'm quite sure we all probably had a time in our life when we was corny. We wasn't popping. We wasn't popular. We wasn't that nigga or that bitch. You have your moment now. Why are we talking about it? Why? Why are you bringing it up? Like I feel like he was just waiting for that. Like that was just like itching in him. Like he's seen her and he wanted that interview with her because he wanted to bring that up. You're corny for that. You're corny for that. That's just, so I'm with you, Joe Budden, because y'all know Joe Budden was like, man, that nigga corny for saying that. Like, why are you, I'm with him on that because he was corny for that. At first, I was like, no, Michael B. Jordan is not a corny nigga. Like, I just feel like he's in his moment and he's, okay, because they labeled him as what? The sexiest man on the planet or whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. For me, no, I don't think he is the sexiest man on the planet, but that's my opinion, my preference. He's not my type. But I was not going to clown him as far as being a corny nigga because, sometimes I want to dwell on this topic a little bit because sometimes we see some men and just because they're not really popping like, maybe the clothes, the jewelry, or being on TV or being a hustler, a real nigga from the street or from the hood, if you not that type of category, a lot of people do reference those type of dudes as being corny or females, but I'm going to speak up on dudes because I'm a female. So we label those kind of guys, some people label those kind of guys as being corny if they're not in the now, wearing the jewelry, high fashion, driving the nice cars, whatever the case may be. So, again, a lot of people label those type of men as being corny. I was on his side and was like, okay, he's not corny. He's cool. And you can have a cool corn or you could just have a straight corny ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I was putting him in that little category as a cool corn. But he definitely was corny for bringing that up to her. And it was just the way he did it. Like, I felt like he was waiting for that moment. Like, he literally was waiting for that moment. And that was what made him corny to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got categorized as the sexiest man on the world, right? So now you're categorized as, so now you feeling yourself as you the fuck should, because that is a little hard to do in the world. Like, come on. That is hard, and you should feel yourself. But you made yourself, you perpetuated that situation. You made yourself corny when you saw her and she said however she said, whatever she said to you in the interview, and then you came back with the corny nigga. Like, I ain't corny now. And what? Like, it was just, that made you corny because you was already corny. You was a cool corn, but you just made it corny. And he was going through all that shit with Lori Harvey. They trying to come back for him because, however they said she did him, or whatever the case it was between them two. You was being dragged a little something, and now you coming back from that, and you allowed somebody who was in high school or whatever the case may be, or middle school, middle school, I'm sorry, it was middle school, and you went back to middle school? Like, you took it all the way back to middle school? Come on, Michael B. Jordan. Come on. Like, yeah. I don't know. That was a corny moment. So I have to agree with Joe Budden on that one. I definitely have to agree with him on that one. Yeah, I just finished watching this video about the guy who got the 7 kids and 7 baby mamas, and he didn't want to be have any type of responsibility of being in these kids' lives or anything like that. So y'all, let's get into this video because I got some things to say. Like, we have to talk about this. And I know a lot of y'all, y'all can't take me serious right now because it was just funny watching that. However, I know a lot of people are going to be upset at what I'm about to say. But Sai told me that this video ain't true, that it's a possibility that it's not real. However, if it is, I'm going to have to side with the nigga. I'm siding with him, y'all. I'm siding with him. And I'm only saying this because if what he said is true, and he's saying that he tell these females that he don't want no kids, he not gonna be there for these kids, he don't want anything to do with the kids, he's not responsible enough. He's telling them everything that is a red flag for a bitch, female, whoever, to not want to go forward with having a kid and depending on him to be responsible in this child's life. Now, when I say I agree with him, I'm only saying this because he's saying up front that he's no good. So as a woman, why would you even put yourself in that predicament in either going along with having the baby and then falling back on him to be the provider, physically, spiritually, what he say, emotionally, financially? What he say, he don't want to have nothing to do with them kids. So why are y'all reaching out to him when he told you he didn't want to have nothing to do with these kids? Now, I'm going to blame both parties for this. Accountability has to be taken for both parties. You allowed him to go raw dogging you after already knowing he was not even trying to have no kids. And apparently it wasn't just 7 people, because he said only these 7 women decided to not take a plan B or to not have an abortion. So God knows however many other women there is, and y'all know that he got to be that type of nigga. So y'all chose to still lie down with this nigga and have unprotected sex with him. Where is the accountability at for the female? Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I'm just saying it has to be some type of accountability on a female issue, because me as a woman, if a nigga is telling me that he don't want to have no kids, and obviously y'all know him, and everybody probably know the type of nigga that he is, because it don't sound like he's quiet about his feelings. He do seem to be a upfront person, according to the TikTok video. So I'm quite sure there's rumors about the type of style of a nigga that he is. Why would you put yourself in a predicament and lay down with this nigga unprotectedly, have sex, and then get pregnant and then have the baby and expect him to be a stand-up father or whatever the case may be? You have to take accountability for that. If you wanted to have the child regardless, then that is absolutely fine. Have that child, but be prepared to take care of that child by yourself or get another significant other and y'all raise that child together. You cannot force him into being a father if he don't want to be one. And that's my point on that. Like, you literally cannot force him to be a father. And why would you even want to? I mean, me being a mom, a woman, I wouldn't even want to force anyone to do anything, let alone to be a father. I'm not doing that because obviously that's not going to be healthy. It's not healthy for the kid. You're trying to force someone to be a dad when they telling you they don't want to be. Obviously, he don't know how to be. And even if you're forcing him to be something that he don't want to do, how can that even be productive? Like, where is this going to lead you? So now the accountability falls into the female hands for even having sex unprotectedly with this man and getting pregnant when he told you that he don't want to have any involvement. So how are you mad at him? How is he wrong for that? I mean, he's wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's wrong for feeling the way he feel, but that's how he feel. And that's the type of nigga he is. Stop sleeping with this man unprotected and having kids by him. Okay, the first one did it. All right, maybe she didn't know, whatever. The second one, all right, she probably was a little slow, whatever the case may be. But then you got 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Nah, you bitches is doing some shit for clout or something. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all. But at the end of the day, if a nigga is saying that he don't want no kids, he's not no good father, he's not going to do anything physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, he said all of these things, why would you lay down and have a kid with this man? Why? I don't understand. It's not adding up. Got to take some accountability and let him stop sleeping with this man unprotectedly and getting pregnant by him. So his accountability, I feel like he does have to have some kind of stop sleeping with these women unprotectedly. That's first and foremost. I'm not saying that, he just get off easy or whatever the case may be, but it's hard to convict or whatever the case may be, make him wrong when he stated this. Okay, yeah, from some was saying, well, what if the kids want to be their father or know? Don't tell him about him. You knew 9 months prior that he was not going to be in any of these kids' lives or doing anything. Move the fuck on. Don't give your child that heartache. I mean, I don't know. That it's a touchy line, but I'm just saying, as a woman who have raised kids herself, single, without their fathers in their lives, I'm never forcing anyone to be a father in their kid's life if they don't want to. I'm just not gonna do that, because at the end, I mean, literally, it's just an overall fucked up situation. And nobody is getting hurt but the kids. We know that. And I'm going to be clear on that. Nobody really is hurt but the kid in the end. And I get that. However, at what point does a woman take accountability and responsibility of not doing it in the first place when you already know what type of stature this man is? Because I know it's a lot of people that literally have kids by niggas just because, to be spiteful. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes women have a kid to be spiteful. And this is the elephant in the room that we're going to speak about, because I know people of that way. And I've seen people that do that, to have a baby to be spiteful to the nigga, whether it's because the nigga got a main bitch and you was the side bitch, whether because you felt like you were going to keep this nigga because you get pregnant by him, whatever the case may be, or what do they say, what they call it, whatever the hidden agenda is, it's something. But at what point do you take accountability for yourself of knowing? It's not like you was in a relationship with this man from what he's stating. It's not like you was in a relationship with him and he led you on to thinking that he's just this well-rounded guy who wants a family and want to have kids and, want to get married and live together and do all of these things. And then when you pop up pregnant, he like, oh, hell no, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. He stated this. So why not walk away? So we won't have any of these ramifications. And then a lot of people are also saying, okay, so should he pay child support or should he not pay child support? I mean, to each his own. If you wanted to go and take him for child support, hit that nigga pockets. Take him to child support. I'm not going to say you're wrong for taking him to child support or you're right for taking him to child support at all. I can't give my opinion of saying, yeah, I cannot say yes or no to that. If you feel like you want to take him to child support, hit that nigga pockets and take him to child support. If you feel like you don't, then you're not wrong for not doing it either. Should he pay? How can he pay for something that he don't want, that he never want anything a part of? I mean, I don't know. It's a lot. Maybe we need more details from the mother's point of view. I'm sure that's gonna pop up soon. These baby mamas is gonna get on live and state their side of the story. And when that happens, you best to believe Zen Room gonna be bringing this subject back up. So y'all stay in for part 2 on that one. All right, y'all. Zen Talk was something crazy this week, y'all. Something crazy. I want to thank y'all for tuning in and listening to, once again, another episode of the Zen Room. Make sure y'all meet me here every week. I'm going to be dropping Zen Talk, the Zen Podcast. Also, I'm going to have my, what we got going on? I got so much going on. I can't even freaking tell y'all what I got going on, the vlog, whatever. But please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube, the Zen Room, THEE, the Zen Room, as well as Instagram, the Zen Room. Come on, y'all, get y'all girl lit, because I'm gonna be here all the time giving y'all what y'all looking for. Peace out.